What's going on, friends? Welcome back to the Bite Size Podcast. I'm your host, Lorraine Michaels, and I'm going to switch it up a little bit today. Hopefully you can hear me fantastic because I'm on a lapel mic, just trying something different. Keeping it new and fresh. Today, I want to talk about IV therapy. I want to talk about a little bit about peptide IV therapy as well as vitamin IV therapy. I know it's a huge thing right now. It is a fad. It's also becoming more widely known in the functional medicine world. And so I absolutely love IV therapy because I know how good it is and the benefits of it. And being in medicine for over 20 years and switching to functional medicine, and all of this optimizing your health. I don't want to say biohacking because it's not biohacking. It's giving your body the nutrients it needs. So today I want to talk about the what, why, and how IV therapy, vitamin IV therapy is. I want to break down the most powerful ones. I'm going to talk about some evidence-based options, stuff for recovery, prevention, and cellular renewal, which hopefully if you follow me, you know a little bit about all of this. So let's talk about going deeper than just a green smoothie or a multivitamin. I want to talk to you about IV therapy. I can talk from personal experience because I've used IV therapy before. When I was sick, like knocking on death's door, I felt wretched. And I'm going to tell you, honestly, I absolutely hate needles. I hate needles. I freak out when I get my labs drawn. I've passed out before. Granted, I was a kid, but it scarred me for life. I sweat. It's just horrible. I hate getting my labs done. So the thought of getting an IV willingly, I was like, no way, never, pass. Until I learned about its health benefits. I knew what I needed, and I was so sick. So I went and I did it. And I got a Myers cocktail and I added in a couple of boosters. And I kid you not, later that day, I was already feeling better. The next day, I was seemingly fine. And then the next day, all better. Energy, everything's back to normal. So I know firsthand when I was sick, getting the correct IV helped me. It helped kick what was ever going on out of my system. Also, I know IV therapy and the benefits as a booster. So, for instance, methylene blue IV. I have gotten that before and it is incredible. It is an incredible antioxidant, and I know how I felt after getting it. But the two biggest things were I was working with a licensed practitioner who was able to help me choose what I needed. And I did my own research to know I had done labs, so I knew what I was deficient in and I knew what my body needed. So I can talk to you from personal experience and knowledge that this stuff works. And I just want to tell you that IV therapy just isn't for celebrities or for hangovers, although it is used for that. It can be a transformational tool for those of us who are healing from burnout, adrenal fatigue, autoimmunity, or you're trying to level up your health game in a world that is full of toxicity. Not trying to fearmonger, but we know there's so much toxins in the world, in the air, in the food, on our skin, all the things. So doing IV vitamin therapy can only help heal and boost and give you what you need. And so by the end of this episode, you'll know what IV therapies to ask your provider for and how you can personalize your own plan for your optimal healing. So what is IV therapy? I'll break it down real quick for you. It's a direct infusion of nutrients straight into your bloodstream, and that is going to equal 100% absorption versus if you're taking oral vitamins and supplements, you're only getting about 20 to 50% absorption. Other than that, you have really expensive pee. I'm just going to be honest with you. And most of the time, people are taking supplements that they don't need to be taking. In addition, they haven't addressed the root issue of what is going on, such as leaky gut or inflammation. And so they're taking all these supplements orally that they think they need. And maybe, yes, they are good for you, but your body is not absorbing it because you haven't fixed the root of the problem. So fixing your gut and the lining of your gut is going to help with the absorption if you're doing it orally. But for IV therapy, you are getting 100% absorption. So that's why it is so powerful. Another reason why it's so powerful, I just said, is because it bypasses your gut. So if you have leaky gut or low stomach acid or inflammation, it's going to bypass that. Now, I'm not saying don't address the issue, don't fix your gut and just go get IV therapy. That is not what I'm saying. You need to fix the problem. But what I am saying is rather than spending all this money on oral vitamins and supplements, if you're good, then I would suggest getting IV therapy. Also, it provides therapeutic doses that you cannot get orally, plain and simple. And it's rapid delivery, which equals quicker healing, which, hello, I'm all about that. Case in point, my sick IV visit that I had, it rapidly changed my body, the virus, everything, got it out, got me well. So there's some myths that are coming up with IV therapy. A lot of conventional medicine is not in agreement with it because they think that there's not enough evidence to support it. And I'm not trying to discredit conventional medicine doctors at all. I think there's a time and a place for conventional medicine. The only drawback is Western medicine, conventional medicine physicians aren't trained in functional medicine. They don't know the benefits of it. They don't know, they might know, yes, vitamin C is good, but they're not going to sit there and say, yes, my cancer patient should be getting high dose vitamin C in conjunction with their chemo and radiation, or should be getting high dose vitamin C at all, because they're just not educated on that. They know what they know, what they were taught, and I'm so thankful for them. But they don't know how functional medicine coincides with it. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth, and there's a lot of myths behind it. The Mayo Clinic, Cedars-Sinai, there's articles that they say that it's good for you, and having the right vitamins going in intravenously could be beneficial, but there's not enough evidence-based articles proving that it is a cure or the answer, the treatment. So I would definitely do your research on that and make sure you are getting your IVs through a reputable company. And that's going on to my next point. The key is working with a trained, licensed practitioner that's using evidence-based informed protocols. That's huge. There's IV, mobile IV, and these IV stores, these boutique IVs that are popping up everywhere. Before I would get an IV from them, make sure they are using quality product. For instance, high dose vitamin C. There's there's multiple different kinds, but you want to make sure that you are getting the kind that is going to be helpful, healthy, beneficial for your body, and not cheaply made that's going to damage the tissue and damage and break down. Also, something that's very important is you want to make sure that they're doing a clearance for you. You're meeting with a practitioner so you can get cleared for this. Again, this is why I highly recommend working with a functional medicine practitioner, because they're going to make sure that you are optimal for the IV that you are wanting. And even if it's not the IV that you're wanting, they'll be able to point you in the right direction of what you need based off of your labs and research. So moving into top IV therapies for healing and health boosting. These are my favorite IVs that I want to talk to you about, who it's great for, what it is, the benefits. My first and most favorite is high dose vitamin C. I have seen tremendous amounts of positive results with this. It's a great immune booster. It's an antiviral. It supports cancer therapy and it's tissue repairing. So it's an antioxidant and a collagen stimulator. High dose vitamin C is excellent. It's powerful when done in higher doses, so 25 grams and above. Those are for chronic inflammation or cancer. I've seen cancer patients that are on this therapy that do tremendous, and it is so healing. Side note, you must get your G6 PD level checked beforehand. If you go to an IV clinic and one of those pop-up shops and they don't test your blood level, your G6 PD, don't get the IV. Because that is crucial to making sure that you are in a therapeutic range. Having that tested, if you are deficient in it, it can damage your red blood cells. It can cause acute kidney injury. So you have to get that level checked in order to do a therapeutic dosing. Otherwise, you can do a low dose of 10 grams and that would be fine. But that's a red flag if they are not checking that lab value. The second one, I've been talking about glutathione. I absolutely love glutathione. I just did a post about this. It is the master antioxidant. It detoxifies the liver, clears brain fog, reduces oxidative stress. It's great for mold exposure, autoimmunity, fatigue, aging skin. It's best used after a Myers drip or a Myers IV bag to help push the nutrients that you just got into the cells. It is a booster. I absolutely love it. I personally take glutathione peptide. It's an injectable. I do it 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes up to 5 times a week. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. Number 3, and I'm sure you have probably heard of this. It is super trendy right now, but it is amazing. NAD. This is, I know if you follow these, you will know. NAD is amazing. It is it helps with brain and mitochondria support. Mitochondria is your healthy cells, your energy. It helps with energy and clarity. It is also helpful and supportive in addiction recovery, longevity, mood boosting. This is not a fun IV. I will be honest. You have to go slower. It can cause flu-like symptoms because you're detoxing. It's not very comfortable and it should go very slow. I personally use NAD as an injection. It is amazing. I also was taking it orally and I didn't notice that much of benefits until I switched to injections, and game changer. I absolutely love it. It's used for burnout recovery, cognitive decline, anti-aging. I will tell you from personal experience, it has helped with my energy. It has helped with my skin. It has helped with mental clarity, brain fog, mood boosting. I absolutely love it. Number 4, and I've posted about this one also, methylene blue. They have methylene blue capsules, methylene blue IV, methylene blue tincture. This is another trendy one as well. It is a mitochondrial optimizer. I absolutely love it. Brain performance booster. I definitely saw that as well. It's an antiviral, antimicrobial, and it is shown for promoting results for long-term COVID. Hello, I know a lot of people that are suffering with that. Also with neuro issues. When you get this, combine it with red light therapy and it enhances the benefits that you are getting. It is amazing. I've done it and I love it. It's also a functional nootropic when done properly. So methylene blue, highly recommend as well. Number 5, Myers cocktail. This was my gateway IV. Truth be told, it's the OG blend. It's got magnesium, B complex, vitamin C, calcium. It's used for fatigue, headache, immunity boosting, even balancing hormones. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it was my gateway IV. It's what showed me, hey, this stuff is like really cool and it really works. Often, like I said, often it's your starter IV. People that are wanting to get healthy, they start out with this one. It's easy, and it's quick, and it's an amazing one. Those were my top IVs and their uses and benefits. So another thing that you can do is getting a personalized IV. And this, again, you need to be working with a licensed practitioner that knows what they're doing, that's going to check your labs and see what you are deficient in, see what you're struggling with, what your symptoms are. But here's the key, the symptoms and what you're deficient in. So you come to them with your symptoms and then they dig deeper. When we're talking functional medicine here, they dig deeper into it and then find out, hey, you need this. And then they can create a bag for you, or they're add-ins to a bag that you're going to get. So some popular ones that are amazing, vitamin D3. I know that's a big thing that's being talked about right now, is taking the supplement, vitamin D3K2, amazing, but you got to pair it with a fat. So take it with an omega, and because those help each other. Because if you take one without the other, it's not absorbed. So when you take them together, then your body absorbs it. So making sure you're taking it with fat or omega-3. Anyways, vitamin D3, immunity, mood, hormone support. It's excellent. Zinc. This is another one that's good for when you're sick. It's an antiviral. It's hormone and skin health it helps with. Magnesium. This is another one that I highly recommend. I mean, all of these, it's so hard to choose. Magnesium helps with sleep, stress, blood sugar, muscle health. That was one of them that I added into my bag as well because, hello, I was feeling like death. Selenium. This is another one as well. It helps with thyroid function and immune defense. So those are some good boosters you want to add into the IVs, or if you want to create your own. But I really want to encourage you. Your body's needs are unique. And your IV should be unique as well. So making sure you are working with a licensed practitioner to optimize what you are getting and what you need. So next steps. How do you get started with this? Like I've been saying throughout this entire episode, you need to find a licensed functional medicine practitioner or a functional medicine clinic with an IV certification. Things that you want to ask about are, do you do in-house labs? Because you want to get your labs checked before you start putting all this into your body. You need to make sure that you're doing an intake form and an intake evaluation, making sure that they are evaluating you and putting eyes on you and asking you questions. And then asking about their protocol customization, because not all wellness spas are created equal. So make sure you seek providers with a therapeutic mindset and not just aesthetics or hangover fixes. So what's your next step, friend? I want to encourage you to look into it. See, what is your body telling you? What do you need? Because the benefits of IV therapy are incredible. Detox, immune boosting, brain support, hormone balancing, energy. So what are you needing? And if you've been stuck in survival mode, and you're exhausted by the symptoms, by the feeling of being off, IV therapy could be the next support step that you need and that your body's been actually craving. Listen, I can't end this without some Jesus, some faith. God gave you your body, and your body has the ability to heal. Sometimes we just need to create the right environment for our bodies to do what God created us to do, friend. So if you're curious about IV therapy, or if it's even right for you, message me. You can email me. The information's in the show notes. You can find me on social media and shoot me a message. If you're in the Carolinas, feel free to come down to Freedom Integrative Wellness and meet with one of our providers, because they are amazing and we will point you in the right direction. Friend, as always, you were created on purpose for a purpose. Absolutely love you. And I hope this episode has helped you in the best way possible.